Hey, welcome back. My name is Brummy, and welcome to Slay the Princess. This is part 2 of our continuation into this series. We uncovered a lot in our last episode, so if you've not seen it yet, please go check it out. Now, we're in a Groundhog Day scenario where we are a hero and our job is very simple: slay the princess. But so far, everything has not been what we lead it to believe. So, we're going to try a different avenue this time to see what we can uncover. We've been very hostile, kind of, when it comes to the princess. I'm gonna see if we can take a more pacifist approach to see what that might change.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now, we did end up in some type of mirror world at the end of the last episode. And we need to bring different versions of the princess to this mirror world. So I'm very excited to see what kind of avenues we do discover. Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting Tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. Okay. Let's see. We've already gone through all of this dialogue. I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's... You know what, I'm curious, what happens if we try to leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yep.
Do you even know where you're going?
No idea. Let's see. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll try to talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. A lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. And just quietly continue. No, I know these woods like the back of my hand. I know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah, very nice.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
I agree. We are the hero, after all. It wouldn't be very heroic of us to go in here slaying a princess.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh, I feel a shenanigan afoot. Oh, that's right. Every time we die, the world seems to reset. And the narrator, he's in on it somehow, but he seems to play coy and does not remember previous runs. So he has some power, it feels like. I don't know to his extent though. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. Good. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Okay. Which, I mean, currently, she is locked in the basement. We've not seen her escape.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? If I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Maybe I can find a hometown or village.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Narrator, you stop the funky jams. You seem a little upset.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Whoa, there's a house in the back now.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
There is always another lighthouse.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
I'm not liking this.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Well, now hold on a minute.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Huh. Oh, we made progress. Okay, we're continuing.
You're on a path in the woods.
Whoa.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, we're on chapter 2, a stranger.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? I guess I did die. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Oh, I can stay in the woods forever. That's funny. Or I can lie. Yup, okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm going to definitely slay the princess. I'm going to explore the walls.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Ooh, okay. I don't like this.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
That might be true.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Not the contrarian.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
I'm sure there are.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Maybe.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Excuse me, you're also a voice in my head, one of many. And you just talk very nice. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I am definitely going to slay that princess. Um, if I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods. Forever. I think I'm gonna lie.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
What?
Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
I would never lie.
A warning before you go any further.
Mm-hmm.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
That's fair.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Interesting.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I see.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I would love to throw it out a window.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong.
It is very... Everything is stretching into each other.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
That's a very valid point.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
That's fair.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
We got this. Even though things are getting kind of freaky, I think we'll be fine.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Can you still not see it?
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be nice.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
100% a mirror.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I'm going to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Man,
But it was there a second ago. and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Let's go ahead and take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Now, I would leave it, but this is a scenario where everything does seem to be unpredictable in this run. I'd rather us be prepared for whatever is behind this basement door.
Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
What do you mean?
Then how are we supposed to hold it?
By the blade?
The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Like upside down?
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Oh. You know what? We'll go with new voice. New voice seems kind of funny. We'll hold the blade the other way around.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Nice.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
You know, it really is. I feel comfortable.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Alright. We could throw the blade out the window. I did want to do that. No, we changed our grip and everything. Let's go into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Whoa.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Alright, y'all, let's get ready.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You know, I believe you in this case.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
I agree with the hero. I am not fond of that.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
A baby needs bottle.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
It's hard to make sense of any of this.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that?
We look cool as hell.
That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Oh no. Okay. We can take the harsh stairs to the left, the center staircase, or the soft stairs to the right. Well, front, I don't like. I can't make sense of left or right. Let's head down the center. Front and center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
True.
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
Fascinating.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Whoa.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help?
What the hell was that? What
Whoa.
happened to us?
Hi.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Yes, sir.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Oh, yeah.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to...
Oh. He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
Do you know you?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart.
I do love a good puzzle.
If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
I'm tired of waiting for an answer.
Oh, fuck this noise.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Oh, the one on the right is a little upset.
We can do that?
I don't know if we can, she can.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Well,
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
I mean, fair.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
If we can.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I mean, that's an idea. There's more of you now. What's your name? You're apparently a threat. Oh, I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. This is everything in one. Whoa. Free her, leave her, and slay her. There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
You are yet whoa.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I don't either.
Neither do I. which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her.
I mean, fair.
Which her?
Very good question.
Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Okay. I am tempted to keep asking her questions. Oops, almost clicked it. Let's go for the triple option. I'm going to free you, leave you, and also stab you. I apologize.
Wait, that's not right.
Oh, you noticed?
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Whoa.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh God.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
That would be so nice.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Whoa.
I think he's gone.
He is.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
I don't think so.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Okay, one of you is very off sync. Alright, ladies. All at once now, alright?
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Okay, Deborah, come on, just pick up the pace a little bit. You do not look fun.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Oh, 100%.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
A little bit.
Please.
It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Or say nothing. Hey, it's going to be okay. Oh, it's not. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I see. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It is.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Guys, I know, but it's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. Guys, don't worry. I'll see you on the other side, okay? It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
No, I wouldn't. approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, I've grown. Whoa. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, you are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single, straight thought answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Oh, that's a fair answer, but I still don't like it. Let's see. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
That is actually really reassuring to know. So I can't accidentally stumble into worlds I guess I've quote-unquote already finished. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
That's fair. I mean, with all of these different personalities becoming and making you what you are, it's really hard to discern now what you will be tomorrow.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Interesting. Okay. So you don't have any preferences on what you'd like to change or grow? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Interesting. Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay, but like how many gallons are we talking?
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
It's fine, it's fine. Alright, I think I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Okay, Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, I wonder. Look, we can't... Okay, fascinating. We can no longer leave. We're committed to going into the cabin. That option has been struck out. That's fascinating. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I see. You know what? I'm going to just enter the basement. No blade. Let's see what kind of tricks we're lured into.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Oh, softly?
Hello? Is someone there?
That's fascinating. It's like she doesn't know we don't have the knife this time.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you? Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Hi. My name's Brummy.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Right away. Hi.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Oh, the hero's definitely in love.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hi. No, I didn't bring a knife, not to slay you with. Hold on. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
I mean, maybe, but in this timeline, she seems nice.
No, you're doing the right thing.
We're doing a noble work, a hero's work.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No,
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
that's true. We haven't really explored that room much.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, that's fair. But maybe, though. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe there are keys still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh shit.
Is someone else here?
Marco. That usually works. Let me try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Fuck.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
But who followed me? That's new to this entire equation. Return to the stairs. Bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Maybe.
Easier for whom?
We're a hero.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh yeah?
She barely hesitates
What
before
the hell?
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I'm so sorry. What in the actual fuck? Damn.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Oh.
Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
We're going to save the princess. Also, I want to know if she is willing to bite through her arm to get out of that. If I even attempt to go at her right now, I'm pretty sure I am dead. Dead no matter what. So we're going to try and have her on our side. Save the princess.
Fine.
Oh, I've got the knife.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Ma'am, you have a little bit of ketchup. You need a napkin?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
She didn't.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She isn't.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You know what? Sounds cool. I don't know if you've ever heard of Captain Hook. I think you might have something in common with him. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Whoa. Now hold on.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, what the hell?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, that's not right.
Watch me.
I refuse.
What are you doing?
Oh, shit. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
And I don't want to do this.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I know, but we're still a hero. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
The right thing.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Now hold on a second.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
I agree.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh god.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She doesn't.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, chapter 2, The Damsel. Okay, progress.
You're on a path in the woods.
Really?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. Oh, I can leave. I won't do that. Wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. we've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
True.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the smitten. Hello, new voice.
Our beloved?
Yes.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4 of us.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yes, sir.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I like this one. This one can stay. Alright, let's proceed into the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Right.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I'll try. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh.
There's definitely a mirror.
100% a mirror.
There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
It's weird to place a mirror on a drape, but you know, it is what it is. It looks nice. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
100%.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
It was.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
That would be the most ridiculous sight. We cannot have that. I don't need the blade. Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
But I think we can still add it nonetheless.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Dashing.
And she called us a hero.
She did.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
You mean the three of us?
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
But we let her.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Yeah.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Listen, other voices in the head. The smitten is in the driver's seat. He's got full control of me right now.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
True.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh, that's a really good question.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh. You know, that's fair, straightforward. But before we started talking, the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Well...
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
A confession of love. No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, this world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Oh, well, I mean, if she says she didn't.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
That's so sickeningly nice.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Do you think so?
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird?
It's a little weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Alright, let's rescue the... You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Well,
Did we?
we kinda did.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
It's not manipulation if I'm cool with it, right? Let's rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
We don't.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I 100% have greenlit this man. He's talented.
You wouldn't. I would.
He would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
That really did work surprisingly well.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Aww.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
That's a good question. What do you want to do? We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we'd want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The music
The
changed.
princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually.
It would help, but
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
It is.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Listen, driver's seat, I'm in the back, I am jamming.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Same with the hero, he's in passenger. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
I got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
The power of love.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Oh no.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Uh-oh. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to... Oh, of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
I'm so sorry.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Whoa. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I mean, I guess that's true. We've chosen different avenues to explore. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always ends up hurting the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't know. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. I all seem so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. I think this one.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Okay. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Beautiful. Well, I think I'm going to call this video here. If you made it to the end, thank you. This has been part 2 of our Slay the Princess series. If you've not seen part 1, please, I'll have it in the description. Now, before I go, please, have a good day, and be on the lookout. I'll be playing another one of these here very soon. So, without further ado, please, have a good day. With that, bye-bye.